So this is how I end up hanging my feeder and my waterer. So these are all from... Hey y'all, it's Bo, Brother Tim with Better Together Life and the Shed to House Facebook group. Today I'm going to be sharing with you my new way of brooding chicks. Y'all, it has saved me so much time, so much hassle, so much just frustration compared to how we used to brood chicks. It was just a pain in the butt. And this way is easy, fast, affordable, and it has really cut down all my labor time for raising these birds. So this is the third time that we have brooded chicks. We first brooded chicks whenever we incubated chicks, and then we hatched them. That was for our first layers. Then we did 40 meat birds, and then we are now doing our second batch of laying birds. Like, since we did the first one, I've not been really excited about raising more chickens because of the brooding process. It's a pain in the butt, you guys. It's annoying. It's frustrating. They poop everywhere. They get stinky. You worry about predators and keeping them, like, you know, warm or too hot. But we have found this new way to brood chicks, and it's just amazing now. Okay, so I don't know if you remember what we had prior. We had one of those bins that you buy just at, you know, Walmart, big box store or something, just a normal storage bin. And then I cut the top. It's kind of an okay idea, but it really isn't. It really is, it just doesn't do what I wanted it to do, because whenever you do that, you have to put their feeders on the ground. And then they just pee and poop in it and get all the pine shavings in there. Every day they get all of these shavings in here. I gotta come in here and I gotta get the shavings out. This is really nasty water, so I've already changed it once today, so I need to go and change that again. So, well, what they say is, well, you want to raise that up and do like a hardware cloth or something like that. It doesn't matter. They still hop up there. They still kick all the pine shavings and pee and poop in the thing, just the same that they always have. So that's how we did our first layers. Then whenever we did the meat birds, we knew that we were going to get 40 birds. We knew that we would need to get some kind of bigger storage space for a brooder. That is whenever we got this livestock tank. It's just a Rubbermaid livestock tank. We got it at Tractor Supply. But even with those meat birds, we still had to use the little mason jar, little disc thingy to be able to feed and water them. And if you've ever done this before, you've realized that they eat it all up because there's not enough food in there. They make a mess in there, especially the water. And so you have to change that several times a day, especially as they get bigger. So yes, they had more space because of the livestock tank, but the feed and water was the biggest pain. We had these chicks, we had them in the storage bin doing the same thing. I would take them inside at night whenever it was cold, bring them out in the morning so that they could warm up. And then I thought, okay, I got to figure out a way to get these birds out. And that is when I thought of this. So I was at Tractor Supply buying something that I can't really remember what. And I always just kind of go shop in the chicken section just because I think it's fun. But I found these smaller hangable water and feeders. And then I thought, okay, that's great. Yes, I can figure out some way that I can put the chicks into the livestock bin and then figure out some way to hang it. And then here it is. Okay, so this is how I end up hanging my feeder and my waterer. I'll try to put some links down below. I just got them from Tractor Supply, but if you want them online, then I'll put the links down below so you can get them online. I love about this is this feeder, all you have to do is just put the feed right here. I'll show you. No more taking those things apart. You just put it right in there. Just fills it up so they don't want to come up here. They don't get stuck in here. They don't try to fly up and roost on this. And then the same thing with the waterer. Now this isn't my favorite type of waterer, but it does work because you can hang it. So I don't like the ones that you have to like screw this thing off. It is a pain, but so far I can fill this all the way up and it's not that big of a deal. And these are small so that they fit in this livestock tank. Then, my favorite thing that I do. All right, so I'm gonna take this guy apart for you. All this is, y'all, I got this at a local farm supply place, but you can get all this stuff on Amazon. I'll try to put links down below. All this is this is like this little tiny little dog choke collar. So where if you wanted, you take this guy through like this, put it through. This would be a very small little dog. It then creates this tension, just like this, you see? Okay, so what you can do, I found out about these, of how useful these little chains are from our rabbit breeder, Jeannie Cotton of Cottontail Rabbitry on Facebook. And she taught me that what you can do, you can get a little carabiner thing in terms of processing rabbits. You go and you hang this on something, or you can do a loop as well up top, but then down at the bottom, what you would do is you do this, and then that's how their feet hang whenever you're processing a rabbit. Not trying to get too graphic, but that's one way. This is how we use these for processing rabbits. Then I thought, whoa, you can also just tie ropes with this. Like if you're good with knots, you guys know me, I am terrible with knots, but if you're good with like a slip knot, then you can make this the perfect height that you want it. That's not me. I need this. Like this is way easier for me. So all I do is I get one of the little dog choke collars, a carabiner, and then what I do is I take it like this, and then like that, and then I just wrap it a couple of times to the desired height. I think this one probably needs one more. So of course, whenever they're small, you want it, you know, a little bit lower, and then as they get bigger, you can, whoa, no, chickens are trying to get out, hold on. But then as they get bigger, you raise it up. Okay, so just like this. And then I just clip it on like that. And then I can move this anywhere around. Okay, so all this top thing is this is just a kind of small little dog run thing. You do not have to use this. You can use anything scrap that you have for any kind of like idea. Like this is not as important. You just need some way to hang this. The reason why we went with this is because we had it. We had this old dog thing that I got given to me, and for some reason it traveled. We would put rabbits in it. Over time it kind of broke down. And so it's just a perfect size to cover this. Not only does this give me a spot to where I can hang my feeder and waterer, you see, like I can hang it on this metal, but it also, just in case a predator can come, it gives them some protection to where the predator can't as easily get in here and through this, because it gives them that top protection. Also, they're now at the age that they're probably going to be able to fly out of here pretty soon. So this gives them that protection as well, that they don't fly out and get killed out of here. Now, of course, I would not suggest you go out and buy a brand new dog crate or dog, run little thing for this. Get creative. Find something free that you can do. Find something on Craigslist that you can get for free that's broken. It does not have to be new, because all this is just something to keep a lid on them and to give you a way to have something to hang your waterer and feeder. One idea that you could do, get a rod, like just a dowel, a wooden dowel, to be able to hang on this. I don't know if they make rebar that long, but that could be good too, just a cheap little thing of rebar. You just need something that you can run across so that you can hang your waterer and feeder. And then you can just build some sort of hardware cloth frame so that predators don't get in or they don't fly out. Okay, so the last thing that I would share with you, you do not need to do this for everybody, because it totally depends on your climate. We have Homestead friends up in Michigan, and they're probably not going to want to brood little chicks out in the cold. So that makes sense. But here in Texas, it does get down into the 30s, but this setup keeps them warm enough. Okay, so of course, these birds are a lot bigger now. So they don't really need their little heating
set up quite as much. But I got one of these little robot hens to where it's not a heat lamp, so we don't have to worry about fire. But they can get in there and get warm if they need to. I think the one that we have is an outdated one, but it still works. Of course, they pee and poop all over the place, so if you have one of those lids, that will be better. But they just pee and poop on everything no matter what, so we have to clean that up anyway. And then we have power coming through here. And we just have a long extension cord all the way to the house.
And then that leads me to something that not everybody's going to have this, but most people will have something that you can use. For us, this was a lifesaver. You guys, we have a shed that we are not living in. Okay, again, so this is not needed for everybody, but if you have, all you would need is just something to get the chicks out of the elements. Either a covered porch so that they can get out of the rain and the wind, or you could just put them in a garage. You could build some sort of enclosure so that they're out of the wind and rain. I mean, if I had to, I would totally get just a whole bunch of pallets and stack it up and find some kind of like tarp or something to keep them in. You don't need a lot. They just need to get out of the rain and the wind. But for us, my dad bought this little shed at Costco, and this was probably maybe 10 years ago. I don't know, this was a long time ago that he got this. And it was just a whole bunch of junk, and my mom said, get rid of it. And I asked my dad, hey, if you're getting rid of this, can I have it? So I went down there and we took it down, and then we ended up building it here, and it's all went together again. So there's no leaks. It's still in great shape. I'm sure that you can find something like this on Craigslist where someone wants to get rid of it and they'll give it to you for free as long as you take it down. You got to get thrifty and find some ways. But most of you are going to have something like a garage, a carport, a covered porch, or something that you can get the birds out of the rain, out of the wind, and any other kind of elements. All right, y'all, so I hope that this video was helpful for some of you and gave you a couple of different options that you can do to make your brooding experience easier, better, just more efficient. See you on the next one. Bye.